Hello, welcome to FootPrint. My name is Samuel Atamensa, and this is another wonderful episode that we are going to have. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking to Our Lady for the day. Stay tuned. Who we are going to spend the next 1 hour with, Akosua Agyapong. And I don't know how old you are, but this is a name that could electrify the entertainment scene in the mid to late 80s into the 90s throughout the early 2000s. A lady who has really ticked all the boxes for female entertainers, very decent, and she's kept her reputation. And today we are here to have a chat with her and see whether we can pick a thing or two about her life, about entertainment, and about her general thoughts about Ghana and the youth. Akosua, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I mean, where have you been hiding?
I've been around doing, presenting programs, judging programs, children's programs, dancing.
Yeah, because you have all the talents. How come? You have all the talents. You sing, you dance, you direct, you... True. Tell me, where did it all start?
Before I say anything, I'll just say hello to the viewers and thank you for watching FootPrint.
Yeah, viewers, please, this is a star.
And continue watching it.
Good. She was a star when there was no social media.
Yes.
So
true.
Please don't mind the social media stars, too known for real star.
I started way back when I was in Harrow International Preparatory School at Abeka.
Yeah,
my dad...
It was such a good school back then.
Very good school, one of the good international schools
in
ever.
Accra, that's correct.
Yeah, and my dad was the first pharmacist in Ghana.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mr. Agyapong. And APC, there was this drug called APC. Yes, he actually...
Yes,
item drugs,
yeah.
And
later it became item drugs. That's
yes.
correct.
My dad actually had 16 children. I'm saying 16 because he had also
but there was a half caste in there.
Yes, my brother Samuel Agyapong.
How did I know this? I was here to know.
But my mom had 5 girls.
Okay.
And I'm the third among the 5 girls.
Lovely.
Yeah, I went to Holy Child Secondary School after Harrow International Preparatory School. And when I was in Harrow International, I was really into the culture, dancing, Those days, there was no stage. So they get the tables together, they put us on the tables, and then we just do our thing, then they carry us back. It was so interesting. When I got to Holy Child, when you get to Form 4...
Which year was it?
That was in 1981. Yeah. So when I got to Holy Child, that time I was thinking that, you can't go out. There's no entertainment, serious entertainment like going out to intercourse and other things unless you get to Form 4.
Oh, okay.
But when I got to Form 1,
they
took me to a program to go and dance at Kevas. The cultural dancing going on. So they asked me to go and dance because they knew my background way back in Harrow International. So I went to perform. Now something interesting happened. That day, that Saturday, was the Homos Night. When you get to Form 1, you definitely Homos Night.
I don't know whether it's the same in the secondary schools now.
Now it's not as interesting as it used to be. But Homos Night,
it's interesting for them
because they are free. But now, because Homos Night, it was one of the nights that you have to do
all sorts of things. Yeah.
So what I did was, I told my those in my dormitories that I'm going to teach you a song, so that you sing that song.
You Form 1 girl.
And I knew I was going out that day. Yeah. And most of them, that they are from Cape Coast and Kumasi. So now I'm and also.
Oh, I see.
So I taught them a song. Viewers, forgive me.
No.
I said, Homo duna bodo, Homo duna bodo, Homo duna bodo. Homo duna bodo. When you get the seniors, the senior duna push, senior duna push. They didn't understand it. So some of them were from Kumasi and Cape Coast. So the Accra girls were not so they didn't understand the bodo. So when they got there, that time I finished dancing and we were back, but they were already on stage. So I wasn't there to perform with them. Okay. Then they started. After I said, stop, change it. They were not hearing me. When they finished, they went to the dormitory and said, is that a song came to the they punished them. Man. That was one interesting thing I did
for Form 1, yeah.
And when I got to Form 4, what happened was when you're in Form 4, you either choose Gunza or AFS. That is a club that you can join.
Yeah, Ghana United Nations Students Association.
Yeah. So actually, I was actually with Gunza. But anytime I danced for Gunza and I danced for AFS.
Hey.
So yeah. When there's a serious competition, now AFS for no they have to pull me and my group, pull myself and my group along.
So AFS, the American Friendship Society.
Yeah, that was
where they
AFS.
used to travel or exchange programs.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it was an interesting thing. It really helped me. I'm saying this because during the Black Santa, there's a program called Black Santa that all the schools like Infant Spain, Madisco, Gehe, Holy Child, Infant Seman, all the schools,
National,
they all come. Yeah, National, they all come. And I danced in front of over 5,000 students, and that really helped me. I'm saying this because when I came into music, that is why I started all this.
Yeah.
My first performance on stage was at Art Center. Art Center was our conference center.
Yeah.
Art Center was our national theater.
That's
so
true.
when you get Art Center, and before.
So this is after school.
This was after school.
So what year? We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Which year did you leave Holy Child?
86.
86.
Yes.
Remember some of your mates?
Yes. I remember Rosemary.
Rosemary who?
Rosemary Sapo. I remember Ife Arthur. I remember Esimefo. I remember Petrolina Otabel. I remember the Gurus. I remember our prefect was Susan Evans Quayson. Yes, Evans Quayson was our school prefect.
Now she's Susan Edwamankwa.
Hey, you soon in history.
Susan, don't worry about that.
and Lydia Sappho and the rest of them.
Oh, Lydia.
And you know, Lydia Sappho.
She has a school now.
She has a school now.
Yeah.
I have to start investigating about you because I'm a bit surprised. You know too much. Anyway.
Lydia is my very good friend.
Yeah,
When she was in Kivas, we were in the same.
True. You know, Holy Child girls, we're very forceful. Oh. Yeah, because if you know, when you sit back and you realize what we've done, at least Holy Child girls, we've been very
lovely. You miss Holy Child?
I miss Holy Child. I miss entertainment. Wow. You know, entertainment, Brianna, this new dance that comes in.
Yeah.
But these people, they're a bit lazy. It's not social media till a dance comes before. By that time, every holidays there's a new dance. There was Mezob, there was Old Man Boogie.
But it was all happening from Cape Coast before it was taken to the other regions.
And so entertainment, if it's spinners coming, if it's movie, I wasn't too happy about that.
Yeah,
I wanted
sitting at one place
watching the movie.
So tell me, when you were in Holy Child, which were some of the songs that you used to dance to?
Oh, conversational. It's going round. People talking about it. Girls come to town. Lovely lady, pretty as can be. No one knows her name. She's just a mystery. I have seen her.
Maybe once or
twice. Something I can say is, ooh, she's very nice. She's a lady. I really want to know. And summer in the street. All the sounds so sweet to me. With me. And then holiday.
Hey.
Yeah, that's celebrate. We changed it.
Yeah,
we changed
of course.
You know, it's holiday, celebrate. Okay,
yeah.
And then it's dum 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 dum. This is a words to it. Sa asapa. Sa asapa, erabe sa asapa, nenye knupa, erabe sa asapa. That was
so you guys really enjoyed the school.
Really enjoyed. And during the intercore.
Yeah.
During the intercore, you know.
So intercore, if you can explain what intercore
was the inter-schools competition, the colleges competition, yes. And one interesting thing is, I normally compose some songs for us to go And then, yeah.
Then your leadership skills, yeah, you started from there, crowd.
And something happened again. There was one teacher. We had a history master and then the maths master. The maths master was a bit, no, he wasn't tall, he was a bit short. And the history master was tall. But anytime it's lunch, they're the first two to go to the dining hall.
To supervise.
To supervise them, to eat. And so what happened was, I wrote a song about them. And then I taught some of the students around. So, you know, our school is round, it goes like that. Yeah. So we went to stand there, and what I taught them was, the history master, he normally says something, he would say something. So he gave me, this is a song that I wrote. I said, something in eba amotia, na worry kwe, something in eba amotia. Na worry ba a free kitchen na worry be na something wa me you listen.
Oh no.
Up till now, if there's any wedding and I meet my mate, we sing something. And we have those singing the bass, those singing the and then anytime there's a problem, when they come, quietly. My name was Elizabeth Agyapong then.
Okay.
I just took the Elizabeth and I used Akosua. So say the master was that's Elizabeth. I don't think she's part of it. Thank you. And so way back in school, it was interesting. At the same time, we learn because you cannot take bad marks home. My mom will kill you before your time. And so it was like we were enjoying ourselves, but we're also going to school. So normally I always tell the young ones out there, don't think that the profession that you want to do, you don't need education. You need it. Because if something is given to you to read before you sign, and you can't read, you sign anything, and then 1 minute you just stick your neck into something that you cannot even change it. So education is very important. I always tell them. So way back in school was good.
Did you do
I did arts.
Oh, arts.
Yeah, I did arts. Yeah.
So arts will be history,
English literature, and I added business a bit. I did typing as well.
Oh, at the time.
At the time, the typing there. Yeah, piano.
Nice.
Yes, I did that. I did that.
Okay. So when you were leaving Holy Child in 1986,
86, yes.
That is June of 1986.
June 1986, yes.
What did you think? What kind of world were you expecting to go out there and see?
Honestly speaking, I loved music. Honestly speaking, I loved acting. So my dad died when I was in Form 3. Oh. So when I finished Form 5, my mom wanted me to continue to 6th Form. But honestly speaking, I wasn't ready because I knew what I really wanted to do. Yeah. So my mom said, no way, you're going to continue? I said, Mommy, okay, I'm going to do this course. That time, computer course has just started.
Yeah.
That time, nothing about computer in it. People didn't know much about computer.
Where did you do that?
NCR.
NCR. Adabaka.
Yeah. I went for it for 1 year.
Yeah, that was a long one.
The word processing.
Yeah,
that's what I did. So when I finished, I told this. My mom said, "You finished?" I said, "Yeah, this course is 1 year." Mommy, please, I want to do the music. They said, "No, I have to look for Nakwame and Pedu." I love that man. He's still my daddy. I mean, my dad died early, so my mom said, so I took Nana Kwame and Pedu because every Sunday morning, my mom would play Nana Kwame and Pedu songs, Papa Jansen, CK Man, the oldies. Oh, let me tell you something. The songs that you play at home helps your children as well. If my mom used to play those kind of songs, like I would have written those kind of songs. But no,
yeah.
Until the pen drop paper, so you write songs that people.
So the influences.
The influence.
Yeah.
So I brought an Ampedu to my mom's house. When my mom saw Nakwame Ampedu. That time I've met Nakwame Ampedu 1988. I shouldn't forget that. Way back 1988, HIV has just come in. So we're asked by the Ministry of Health to write songs about HIV. That time I was not a musician.
Okay.
But I also wrote a song, and I also took it to. Now, over 1,000 songs that was there, but it took just best 10, and I was one of the best 10.
Oh, nice.
So we're asked to go and compete the finals at Orion Cinema. When I got there, I saw Nana Pedu, I saw Papa Jansen, I saw AAE, I saw the Gurus. I said, hey, we don't know compete.
Oh, so they had all submitted their entries,
so they just took 10 out of the thousands, and I was one. My nobody knew Akosua Japan. I hadn't even started music, by God's grace, my music was picked out. And as I had to go and look for Lady Talata, remember her?
I know her.
I asked her, I needed a group to because we were going to play live. So she got me Keke Kabobo on drums, and I got 3 people, and then we went to compete. And I placed 3rd. Nana Mpedu placed 1st. I think Adolfo placed 2nd, and I was 3rd.
Wow.
Nana Mpedu said, and that was the last time I saw him till 89. Okay. Later part 89, when I took him to my house, then my mom said,
wow.
And my mom took out money, or say, the first recording, now listen to something interesting. Anytime there's a show, my mom will go and sit in front. Then I could say, no. I got and I said, oh, so come on with the music. You see, mothers are proud when you do the right, when you don't disgrace them. My mom was saying no because she thought those days, if a musician drinking, maybe going out, maybe doing things that are not good. But I always say something, it's how you're brought up. Some people, and also those that manage you. Look, most of the ladies out there, most of the musicians out there, sometimes it's not their fault that they start this sniffing and whatever. It's how they were introduced. Why am I saying this? My first performance at Art Center, I was going to say that those that were going to support the instrumentalists, they were actually taking in something. The man was taking this cup round, then they'll pour, then they'll drink. He got to me and said, Madam, these were his words. I'm saying, Daddy. Then I opened the curtain. I said, oh, Mom, not the one. Why, me, Mammy? Some could be no kind of beef from open. Me come in, be that. Now, me can say, I was in Holy Child. I told the man, as a Holy Child, there were 5,000 students, and I perform in front of them. So, this how many? 3,000. It is really small performance you see. If I had taken that drink, up to date, coming here, I have the bottle down there. Now just be taking something, thinking that made me do what I did. So what you start, if you're not strong, you end with it. And this is what I want the viewers out there to know. You shouldn't listen to people that will give you negative things that will spoil your future. Now we're having problems because somebody introduced somebody negatively, and now it's actually spoiling the person's future. So after releasing the album, you know, Naxx came in, 92.
So which album was this? The one you
The one I did was Framer. I did.
And that was your first album?
Yeah. And then I will frame and then we had this thing, Born Again, and I saw funny the blast name, you know. And some of the pastors.
Why?
Akolana only born again as I'm so born again for it, you know. And some too praised me on that song. Yeah. So after that, I did a siwa dum 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 dum. I'm saying that song was a problem.
That song was a very nice song.
You know why there was a problem? People said I did it because of Azuma.
The boxer?
Because they said because of Azuma. Me one Azuma, but why? My mom called me from London. Hey, then I met a ten. I'm saying, Mommy, I know that Azuma is a boxer, but he doesn't even know. I don't even know him. I don't know why people are relating the song to Azuma. It became something else. It came in the papers. Agyapong married Azuma with a small question mark. And then he came out to talk. I came out to talk, and then everything. Because I never dated him. We never went out. He never even asked me out.
And at the time, you didn't know him in person.
This a box since
Yeah.
So one of his interviews, I say, because it was a very beautiful girl. Never come to say that can the cano, can the sick cano, men call. I'm doing something different. But no, we no need no we. Jacket, because it's very beautiful girl. I mean, small. I don't have any contact with you. And he said that, and I was also interviewed, and then everything went.
So those were the early stages of your musical career.
Early stages, and it was beautiful.
So you did first album?
Yes, my first time on TV, Agyapong, the name went everywhere. By God's grace. After 1 week, they said, everybody knew Akosua Agyapong by God's grace, and I thank God for that.
And you did another album.
I did another album. That was the Esiwa, before Naxx came in, and I came with Kokoko.
Right. How did you get into Naxx?
Okay, good. Remember those days, there was a program called Double Do. Double Do was
sponsored by Embassy.
Yes. And that one, I was called to perform. Nat was called to perform. Rex was called to perform individually.
Okay.
And so
do you remember the year?
1992.
Okay. So
Double Do 1992.
So Embassy
Double Do 1992.
The cigarettes used to sponsor a lot of entertainment programs.
A lot. But this guy was he was a Nigerian. The one that was actually promoting it was Nigerian.
Oh, you remember his name?
Yes, his name was Smart Beniti.
Oh, okay.
Smart Beniti, yes.
So here we are talking to Akosua Agyapong, and I know you are glued to your sets. We are going to go into the whole Naxx, how they got together, how they hit the roof, hit the road running, and changed the story of entertainment in Ghana. I will take a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is FootPrints on City TV, and I have Akosua Agyapong here. And I know you are enjoying yourselves already. And before we went for the break, she was talking about we were actually getting into the Naxx thing. We knew Akosua Agyapong for who she was and her smartness on the stage, her musical prowess and all that. And then we knew the others as well. But then one day we heard Akosua Agyapong. The song that you tried singing before, what was it?
Kokoko.
Yeah. Kokoko. Which year again did you do that one?
That one was 1993.
1993.
And so Frema is 31 years this year.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and then Kokoko is 29 years this year.
And what motivated you into writing that song?
Honestly speaking, when God gives you talent, it's so easy. When He gives you a gift, after you use that, it's so easy. Because we sit down and the song just comes. And I don't write tree.
Oh, okay.
So those days, I just have my Walkman, I just jump up and then just go and do it.
Yeah.
And that's really helped a lot. So I don't sit down to think of what to write. No,
okay.
But it just comes and sometimes it comes with the bass line.
Oh, I see.
It comes with maybe some horns. So I remember when they were recording and I was giving the horns line and Rexoma said, Akosua, up to now, Appears also say the same thing. When I go, and I like people that listen. Yeah. I like working with engineers that listen.
Yeah.
So I'm working with one guy called Kwesi, he's in Dansoman, and he listens. So I say, drums, bass, it's okay. But they say, dum 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 dum. Or say, okay, near fama guitar. It's okay, fama guitar near. Dum dum dum. So you see, it comes, and that's a gift from God. It just comes, and so that Kokoko. But unfortunately for a certain man called Kofi, his wife called to say, Akosua made her say. Why? I said, hey, me could Kofi or Demika or Tenum or Chumsika Mammy. And I said,
I like to hear this Kokoko again.
Yeah.
Please dance, let's. Hey. Hey! Yay! You've been almost 30 years down the line.
31.
all the moves. How old are you now?
You want me to say my age? Okay, you can guess.
No, I know you're around 50,
November. Yeah, 17th November, 69.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
With 6 children.
God has blessed you. God has blessed you. God has blessed you.
Amen.
Hey! And you still have all the moves that you used to do back in the day on television. Because you are so quick on your feet and, you know.
Yeah. If you have passion for something.
Yeah.
I remember there was a program that we went to. And there were the young ones, you know. One lady said, "Mama, program, so I am best me perform you."
Oh.
I'll mention her name. I'm saying, you have your talent and I have mine. Don't worry. So the person performing first and second and I love what I do and I still love it.
Of course.
I still love it because it's something people up till now. I have my fans from 4 years, 5 years. Yeah, Akosua Agyapong. A young girl said, Akosua Agyapong. The mother said, "Hey, umwa Mr. Mami. Uberias, what's the uncle Michael Jackson that? And I said, Daddy, and I said, Bra Michael Jackson. Your friend Michael Jackson, your friend Bob Marley, Obi a uncle that be account, and you're free. The woman laugh. You see, and so I love what I do.
Yeah,
I just love what I do. Yeah.
Great. I mean, look, we on the receiving end, we've loved it right from the beginning.
Thank you.
And we are still loving it, and that's why we are talking.
Yeah.
So Naxx.
Naxx, yeah.
How did it all start?
Okay. It started with Embassy Double Do 92. And we actually went to perform individually. And the one that was actually fronting everything was one Mr. Smart Beniti. I understand he's dead, so may so rest in peace. So after the performance, Mr. Smart called, I said, the way you guys perform, why don't you come together as a group, then I'll manage you. And then we said, okay, let's think about it. So after the second performance, somewhere in Takrad, I remember that time, we were going around the region, so we said, okay, so we had to come up with a name.
That's still on the Double Do platform,
yeah. So we had to come up with a name. Then we said, okay, so we decided Naxx, not Akosua. So Naxx. So we brought it up, and then we came out with our first album, Palogo Yede. On that album, there was Odoba Mesonko, Odomema Mesonko, and there was Odokaya. And then a few other songs that we had on it.
Because that's Palogo Yede. There was it an original song by Naxx?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, original song. You see, all the songs, Nat wrote that song, so we all supported him. I wrote Odoba Mesonko, and then Rex also wrote Odokaya. But we all have our voices backing each other. So that was our first album.
Because Palogo Yede, Charlie, it took over the whole system.
Palogo Yede, Papa. On say, Jamani woman, do the Jahosa now Tikrabum. Asawum.
Wow.
So that's how Naxx came together. We were together for, I think, 5 years before we actually, I always say that we didn't fight or anything, but we just decided, as Rex wanted to come up with an album, his own album, and we all decided, okay, hey, if anybody needs Naxx, we just come together as Naxx. Even recently, we were on the VGMA, we performed together. So it's something that we decided to do. So people really love Naxx.
Was together as a team for 5 years?
5 years, yeah, roughly 5 years.
It felt like forever.
Yes, it did.
Because
people
you were
really
everywhere.
Missed the old, yeah.
Wow.
Even the little performance, it being on the stage, people really enjoyed it. We didn't even have enough time. You know, we gave us just yeah, we just did something small together.
No, at this time, you were not married.
Right now?
No, at the time you were doing...
No, oh, single man can't take. I wasn't married.
Yeah.
I wasn't married.
So when did you make time to start, you know, having kids?
Crossing the gutter and having babies. Oh, yeah, some more. I had my first girl in 1995. My mom died in 94, breast cancer. And then I had my baby in 1995. Yes, I had 4 kids with Natbro. Yeah, so my first girl, Rama, I had Ebo, I had a Kuya, and I had Kwachua. So I had one boy.
So
and
they are all big now.
Yes, my oldest is 26. She'll be 26 in April.
Wow.
Then I have, when I say don't laugh, okay, don't laugh. I have 26, getting 24, getting 23, getting 22. Then I have, somebody said 8. Why? And then I have 12 and I have 11. You feel in there, you know, Stephanie is my sister, Stephanie Benson.
Yes.
Yeah, she's got 5.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I have 6. I'm leading the group here. And then the oldest has 4. And then the one after me has 4. Then the last born, she's got 3. And so party here so be a baby. Oh my because our children alone will fill the house. That's how God blessed us.
Wow. Yeah. And so 95, 96, you know.
Yeah.
Post Naxx.
Yeah.
How did you manage your musical career?
Very easy. You see, if you have something doing, you should plan. Okay. So if there's a program, for instance, the kids, we just take them. I just take them to my sister-in-law, and then I do my own thing. I also have a restaurant. That is 22 years now.
Where?
Yes, at Rollins Park, inside the car park called Ye Kum Kum.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's been there 22 years now, and it's still running.
Nice.
Yeah. So at least I had things doing. Yeah, and I started acting as well. You know, Akosua, I did 3 movies with Mr.
Oh, really?
Akosua. Yeah.
Which ones?
I did Suffering to Lose. I did Plus One, and there's another movie, and I was even in Sinking Sands. I was even in Sinking Sands.
What was that also Akosua?
No. That was Shirley. That was forgotten her name. That was the lady.
Yeah.
No, near Dinipa. Yeah. And I did 1 or 2 others, and at the same time, you know, I'm a presenter. I'm all round. Akosua. I'm an MC.
Yeah. I know about
and
that.
let me tell you something. I preach as well.
What does that mean?
I'm a preacher. People invite me to their churches to preach.
Why?
The Bible. I'm a preacher. I'm a cansempa.
Why?
What do you mean by why?
No, I'm just saying.
What do you mean by why?
I'm asking why.
Why?
As in, you is something you love doing.
I love doing it. I love, and I would say, I advise people. I go to schools to. Somebody who talks about relationship.
Okay.
I advise the youth. So they invite me to schools. Like I've been to Legon. I've been to. It's now
UPSA.
UPSA.
Yeah.
I've been to telecommunication. They have a school there. I've been to Accra.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been all around. I've been to Cape Coast. I've been to Kumasi. Wow. So they invite me around to talk about relationships. I do that. So because of the way I talk about relationships, not just the students, to married people, my phone rings 24/7. People talking about their marriage problems. Not light off. And so I talk about marriage. So when people invite me, I also look through, and I like preaching, because what I do is more or less like preaching. To invite me, I do my test and everything, then I go and I preach, and after that I sing and I do my things there. So I just tell then I make people happy.
Okay. So did you growing up, did you have church influences?
Yes, no, I went to Holy Child.
Apart from Holy Child, I'm talking about from home.
Yes, we always go to church on Sundays. Not as a normal thing, Catholic.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm just asking.
After this book, I have to investigate you. Also, not too much. You know about my brother have cars. You know this.
I'm just asking. Forgive.
I have to investigate you. It's true. Yes, strong Catholic. My mom was a Catholic and my dad was an Anglican. But we're more of the Catholic because we live with our mom, so we're always with my mom. What were some
of the religious songs that you grew up singing?
I grew up singing Bibreu.
The ones that are still with you, that in your quiet moments you like to go back to.
Nyamiye, oh nyamiye da sewama adiachi yebyu moma ye tujum kamfulu nyamiye da.
Beautiful.
I just love that song.
So some of those influences, again, having been in the music industry and done that, who were some of the musical icons who really, really influenced you, that you looked up to, that look, this person, your adult life?
Honestly speaking, as I told you earlier on, Papa Jansen, I loved his songs. And as I told you, because of the way my mom used to play the songs, those were the songs that, apart from my, I let myself go. Apart from that, the real school
now I see the light.
Can mess around with my life tonight. Oh, yeah, yeah, and so growing up, so I loved Papa Jansen. I loved CK Man. I loved Joelaka.
You know any of their songs? CK Man, Papa Jansen.
Papa Jansen, he was my baby Odon. Wanna some jiwa, baby Odono, baby Odono, baby Odono, na some jiwa. Baby, I don't and then I got my own daddy. Me to I got it, and I'm pretty.
But that was 19. That was a song in 1980.
Yes, and
79.
No, 79.
79
and I remember Moses. My mom liked when I song.
But that was this guy, A.B.
Krenzel, yeah. So these were the songs.
Moses, that song, that song was so controversial. It was about 9 minutes, 20 seconds.
I just loved listening to.
This is Ghana where GBC was the only station we had.
That's why they hit rough me. Because and most of my songs, a very big thank you goes to Charlie Sam. Charlie Sam used to play my songs. Late Charlie Sam, and then KKD. Yeah, he loved middle Zena Wutia or Bano Mosanyo Mobwa.
Wow. So this would be
31 years ago.
When FM started.
When FM started.
Yeah.
After the minimum,
GBC FM, they used to start and close at 2 p.m.
At 2 a.m.
They used to take a break, shut the thing, and come back again around 5.
And the music for dancing feet. That was the TV, one of the best TV programs that, apart from Osofodazi. When you hear that talking point, because Osofodazi is going to start. Talking point. We didn't understand what was going on. We didn't care. All that we know is finished and let us solve that.
But you know they still do talking points. But why? Why are they still punishing us? I mean, no kid love talking points.
No, especially when maybe also for that there's part 2, maybe they didn't finish and they're going to go, we are waiting. And then especially when they finish and your mom sends you.
Oh no, that was a killer.
Talking point that can say not mama
sorry, I got to mosquito coil, right?
That baby and I should say about some pong. As a storm for you, say, man, quite shop na pong.
That's all. That's all.
Those days, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun, and but I'm saying it was fun because those days too, it was like the songs that comes when the child listens to it, you're happy. It's a newly be about to crowd 10 now.
Oh really? But a lot of the Western songs had such lyrics that we didn't understand. We're just singing.
Thank you, thank you. I like what you said because not only abebu, it was more of a proverb. I mean, they will say it, but you wouldn't even understand as a child till you grow up. Do you understand? Look at Moses. We were just singing it. We were just enjoying it.
You mean Aka's Moses?
No, A.B. Krenzel's Moses.
Sorry, A.B. Krenzel's Moses.
You know, but
that song was dangerous from day one.
But you wouldn't understand it. Moses for about the bomb. And now I'm almost no crap.
The father says Moses number why putty.
Exactly. But you see, a child will not understand unless you're a bad boy.
It depends on where you were growing up.
And because you're a bad boy to say what they are, you understand it. But some of us don't understand.
Me, in primary school, I went to boarding school, so you can imagine.
I didn't know because you're boarding school. Boarding school, so a bit
no.
And so you see, so it's like now when you want to write a song,
yeah,
and you want to see some things in it, if you want children to enjoy, try and work around it, and then come out with something that people really, you understand, enjoy. But the older ones who understand, but the child wouldn't understand. But now some of them just say it as it is. You see, and it makes it very difficult for you to listen to such a song when your child is there. I was saying, oh, I can't say that.
But the children are listening anyway when you are not there because of social media.
And apart from that, because you're out there working, so when he or she gets home, she puts on the TV, and some of the TV stations in quotes will be showing things that they're not supposed to.
Really?
Small girl, 2 years, she was trekking.
What's that?
What was that?
On this twerking note, we'll take a short break. We'll come back. This is Footprint.
What was that?
Welcome back to the program. It's Footprint. Akosua Agyapong, Charlie, she's actually booting the system and running with it. And so Akosua, so you have been a product of Ghana, the Ghana music industry.
True.
And you have paid your dues. I mean, no question about that.
Thank you.
You've done it. You've been an example. You've led the way. A lot of people look up to you. But 30 years or so after where we are, what kind of industry do we have now? How do you make money?
Before, it was a bit easier, whereby you get your cassettes. We started with cassettes. Get your cassettes. You record. You take
in
them
your day,
around.
cassettes.
Yeah, it was cassettes, and then CDs came in.
Yeah.
And those days it was piano call. You just have your videos on piano call. You take it around, and then CDs came, and then we started having pen drives and others. But when it was cassettes, we were safe because you print about 1,000, 2,000 cassettes, and it all goes like that.
Yeah.
When CDs came, you will record about 3,000, 5,000 CDs, and it goes. You get your money back. There were other shows that we perform, and then you get your money. Exactly. And then government also gives us something called the blank levy.
The what?
The blank levy. The blank levy is the recordable stuff that comes into the country, like somebody importing CDs, cassettes, that it was more of cassettes. So it was blank levy cassette blank levy. So when it comes, and government and then government takes his percentage, it gives some to musicians because the person might come and pirate your song. So they give some to musicians and some to the actors. For that time, they're also using the big CDs. Okay, and then
do they still do that?
They still do it. They still do it. And one sad thing that is, now we had the Gamro, they collect our monies. Is Ghana Music Rights. We are part of Gamro. And then we have the ASOC. ASOC is the audiovisuals. If you like the films that they show on TV, like our musicals. And then they have book writers. That was my problem. Book writers shouldn't have the same percentage as Gamro and the audiovisuals people.
Percentage of what?
Of the monies that comes in from the government.
Oh, so the book writers also have a stake in this blank
levy. And we don't, I don't understand why.
Okay.
And so before the other parties came in, Carlos Sechi was the chairman for Gamro.
Yeah,
and he made sure that we're getting 45% out of the percentage, 32 goes to ASOC, and then 11% goes to book writers. Because musicians are even more, then before it comes to the actors, and then we come to book writers. But now it's the same percentage. We're all taking 33% out of the monies. And then some of the monies that come, it comes about 9.5, 950, maybe old cities, no. It be about 96 billion. 9,600.
9,600.
9,600. That's 96 billion.
I can't relate. I only know the new one.
And so now look at this. If we are having that money coming from government, okay, and after every deduction, we get about 2.2 million. That's 22 billion. Okay, and then it goes on and on. It comes twice in every year.
Okay,
depending on how much they've collected and how much is coming to us. Okay, before we have the TV and radio stations that pays their royalties.
They do?
Yes.
Really?
TV and radio stations that pays their royalties.
They pay? You're sure?
I've been going around because because they've been 50 Ghana cedis for royalties, 100 Ghana cedis for after 6 months royalties, 100 Ghana cedis for royalties.
Hang on. The TV and radio say they pay?
Yeah, some pay a lot. They say don't call by entry.
I'm setting an agenda, man. Because I pay and others don't pay. That's what I'm
TV and radio stations, they pay? Yes, they do. And those that don't pay, they take them to court and look at who they could see. Now we have hotels and restaurants that also pay. And then we have spinners. Now in Ghana, we have over 10 to 15,000 spinners in Ghana. And if each person is paying 300 Ghana, check it, and if somebody counts after 6 months and you give the person 50
we still have
Ghana,
spinners?
Yes. Oh, it's okay.
They play at funerals and functions.
Weddings.
And you charge them?
Yes, because you're going to play our songs and you're going to charge.
But they bought the songs?
No, you don't import Paloget and you go import Coco.
No, you buy the CD.
Oh. If you buy the CD, you're supposed to listen to it at home. Not to use it and then collect money.
Okay,
they use it and they collect money. So you have to.
So that some money that why you used to write it on the sleeve. That's not for public performance.
Exactly. So if you want to use it, then you have to come and see me or whoever CDs you're using. Now, then we have we have Gogo also paying us money, and then we have
who? Google?
Google pays us, yes, because of our music.
They pay Gamro?
They pay Gamro, yes, in dollars.
Oh, okay.
One day I asked them to come and talk about Gamro, and I'll come with. They call me Akosua. People say come to say I have information. So you see, you asked a very good question. So exactly, but we don't enjoy what we make. We don't enjoy the money.
It's not
well nothing paid to us. They don't, because if I've come to you and you've sold these beautiful gold eggs, so say maybe you sold them, and I gave you 4 things to sell.
Yeah.
I gave you the eggs, I gave you the table, I gave you the chair, and I gave you the lights. So when you can let me know that, Akosua, this money is for the eggs, this one is for the lights, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Gambo decided to do that, all of it is
all
of it. But
I think that I think it's I won't blame Gamro too much. I think it's something beyond them, because in other places, TV stations and radio stations are required to use electronic login systems.
I wouldn't catch. I don't have a problem with that. But I'm trying to say that if it's the government's money you're paying to us, if it's a blank levy, let's know that this money is the blank levy. We're waiting for the radio and TV stations to come.
So that one to come.
Yeah. After that, going to the TV station to promote it, it's another cost. And so now music, we have the songs relaxing in our rooms, and then to mark at home no matter. At the end of the day, when you come out, it's difficult to promote it, because even the money that you are getting from your royalties is nothing to write home about. So that is why times it's not tough. It's not tough. If you see the very old ones, they are growing. They are growing, and they are getting sick, and they are dying poor. The reason being,
but there's not enough money to go around everybody.
It's not enough
money to, to be shared among every musician.
If government gives us 2,200,000, that's 22 billion old cities, and if spinners are giving us so much, and if TV radio stations are paying.
No, basically what you are saying is that they haven't been effective.
That is what I'm saying.
Collecting.
They collect Ankasa. JRK, they haven't been.
So they collect, and what happens?
That is the problem.
Oh, but it should be fairly easy for you.
That is the problem. And you know,
if there's record of they collect, we pay Gamro. We have never paid cash.
Exactly. So
And
it's
I'll presume that other institutions also pay checks.
they pay checks. Eh?
Yes.
I
So
went
it
to
should
some places and they gave me the receipts or the checks that they've paid.
Yeah.
You see, and so why should somebody that sits at the studio with all these sleepless nights, and then at the end of the day, he or she can even enjoy the royalties? If you mention some royalties to those outside, they even laugh. And so that is why
I think we should,
times are tough.
as a country, we should take a second look at the system of rewarding artists.
Artists, yeah, that's true.
It's something that goes beyond Gamro alone, because players in the media will have to be part of it. Anyway, let me not talk too much, but I feel the pain.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. We've been through a lot. You know, Papa Jansen died of. You know, he got sick, and he didn't have money. Because most of the time when I'm going to do these shows outside, I pull him with me because he is a performer. I love his songs, and so, and you know, it adds. You know, who beside me age, we are all growing, and then your daughter or your son wants to come into music, and you realize that there's nothing happening there. You wouldn't even encourage the person to come in.
I think the model of making music as a business in Ghana needs a review. That's
true.
That's
how
I look at it.
It does.
I mean, you talk about Papa Jansen. I don't know much about you know, his particular circumstance, but I know
Papa Jansen, I know CK Man and Joel Laka. You know, Joel came on TV asking for help and was even cursing them. Was cursing music, cursing by left, right, center. And I'm saying, "But who is cursing?" And the children is scared.
People should also learn to appreciate some of these musicians. I mean, if the system is not working, look, we used to go and bring CK Man from Takrady.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yeah.
About 5 years before his eventual passing,
yeah.
I used to go and bring him, keep him at La Palme Hotel.
Thank you.
I used to take him to the hospital.
Yeah.
His children will bear witness to this.
Yeah.
I personally used to take him to the hospital.
Yeah, because you remember what he's done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in appreciation, not because I needed any recognition or anything.
No.
But the point is that the system has to change.
Exactly.
So that we can honor our own.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't want to see an Akosua Agyapong grow old.
Nothing. I'm not my bar. I say, the man in part of me. I just thought of footprint. Let me look at the foot. The F, you people will be famous. The O, you're original. The other O, you are opportunity. No. I think the opportunities will not help. Let me give the O again. The O, you're original. The O, you obey what people want you to do, and the T, you're trustworthy. And let's look at the P. The P, you have patience to listen to what the audience say. Let's look at the R. The R, you respect your people that comes to sit down. Let's look at the I. The I is very interesting to watch footprint. Let's look at the N. It's very nice when I'm watching you talk. And let's look at the last T. Oh, you teach us a lot. And we love footprint. I was just thinking aloud. I said, come on.
I didn't know that it was already time, and you ended it so beautifully. Akosua, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We've had a wonderful time.
Yeah, and I didn't know you were that oldies, helping me to sing the old songs.
Yeah, but
can I also ask a question?
Yes, please.
Which school did you attend?
I went to Swedru Secondary School. School.
How come you know so much about Cape Coast issues? Let's talk about it later.
We're on the central region.
But at least
we're on the central region, and you see when
also St. Fansman boy, because don't be a naughty parent, you know.
No, okay. I wasn't naughty.
Please run up.
Right, the central region thing infected all of us. Yeah. Thank you, people. So you've been watching Footprint with Akosua Agyapong. We've struggled to get here, so please enjoy yourself, and I know you have enjoyed yourself. So we are going to end with one of her songs.